Away they go. Graham Lilford got away very, very well on the outside. Roger Clark finding it a little difficult to get mobile. Ray Godsey's not. He's moved up into third place very quickly. Oh, Des Disney's got a flat tyre there, I think. Popped as Ray Godsey went past. And is up on the infield and onto the infield. Now Roger Clark is starting to pick up Graham Lilford. Lilford got right away from Clark as they went around the first lap, but now Clark's picked Lilford up and picked him up very quickly. Lilford's the leader. Roger Clark is coming at him. Then comes Ray Godsey, and a long break back then to Tom Graff, who's followed by Ron Pine. But we can forget about those guys at the back, because all the interest of the race is up front, where Graham Lilford, Roger Clark and Ray Godsey are settling down to a very, very good dice. Lilford leading from Clark, who seems to have the power there at the moment, and as it starts to, the track starts to settle down a little bit, Clark starts to pick Lilford up a lot more easily. Lilford leading from Clark, and Godsey certainly within striking distance. And the only other driver who can issue some sort of a challenge is Ron Pine, who's moved up into a clear fourth place. But Graham Lilford leading. Roger Clark doesn't seem to be able to get into a position where he can put now the chance, as Lilford drifted up a little bit. Clark right behind Lilford now and looking for that opportunity to be able to put the pressure on, and now they're catching up to the slower traffic. Now on the slower traffic, there's an opportunity for Lilford and Clark to really engage in a strong dice. Now Lilford has decided he's going to go around the outside. Roger Clark didn't go with him, and that's the end of it. He's put the cars between he and Clark is having his problems. Ray Godsey went straight through on the inside there. Godsey goes up into second, and Clark's gone back to third. Well, once they got up to that slower traffic, Roger Clark made a real meal of it. Lilford's leading, followed by Godsey. Then comes Clark. Ron Pine is next. And then Kenny Brightbill, now that he's started to settle down a little bit, is doing pretty well too. Yeah, Brightbill's going okay. In fact, he's starting to pick up ground on Ron Pine. We've got Graham Lilford leading in the number 2 car. The Valvoline number 4 car of Ray Godsey is in second place, and he's out after Lilford. A never say die attitude of Ray Godsey, and he's really starting to get mobile too. He's not going to catch Lilford, I don't think, but by gee, he's making up some ground on him. Lilford is the leader, but Godsey is the one that's really going. He's really gaining ground on Lilford, and gaining ground quickly. There's 2 laps left to go, so Godsey's not going to get to within a passing chance of Lilford, but he's certainly made up a lot of ground and put a big space back to that third place car of Roger Clark. Here's the white flag coming up for Graham Lilford. Lilford the leader quite clearly from Ray Godsey in second place, and a long way back to Roger Clark. But the checkered flag coming out, and a very good win to Graham Lilford. A good second placing too to Ray Godsey. Third place goes to the 7 of Roger Clark. Fourth place will go to Ron Pine, just in front of Kenny Brightbill. That was a pretty good drive too. Then came Ron Spink. Then we'd go right back to the 41 car of John Smith.